What if I told you the true measure of your future isn't your degree, your resume, or even your hustle? What if the one thing that carries your ambition higher than you've ever imagined is the strength of your relationships? Stay with me because the next few minutes may just change how you see your career, your community, and yourself. Welcome to Live Undeniably, the show about building the kind of connections that turn possibility into power. I'm your host, Toyo Remosu. Here we talk about closeness, social health, and designed belonging, the quiet forces that transform talent into traction and goals into realities. Because whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, launching a venture, or simply looking for a place to breathe easier, the relationships you build today become the foundation for everything tomorrow. These days, every headline seems to celebrate the rise of artificial intelligence. Machines write code in seconds, bots draft reports in minutes, algorithms see patterns faster than we do. But while the world marvels at the future of machines, we risk forgetting the future of ourselves. A recent survey found out that 41% of employers expect to reduce staff because of AI, and already 1 in 3 workers live with layoff anxiety. It's not just about jobs, it's about the silent erosion of loyalty, belonging, and trust. Teams once called work families are now right sized for efficiency. Friendships give way to deadlines. Our calendars are packed, yet our hearts are starving for connection. So here's a hopeful truth. As technology races ahead, humanity becomes the true differentiator. The World Economic Forum now places empathy, listening, and influence beside AI literacy as the most vital skills of the future. Because only humans can create the courage and trust that innovation actually requires. That's why this show exists, to remind you that in an artificial world, the most future proof move you can make is to be brilliantly, unapologetically human. Let me bring this home. There was a time when I thought ability was enough. If I worked harder, learned faster, delivered better, I'd rise. But ambition without connection is fragile. My skills grew, yet my career stalled. Not because I lacked expertise, but because I lacked allies. Then in late 2022, I stumbled on a phrase that reframed my world: social health. It wasn't about popularity, it was about the strength of my relational foundation. I realized that what sustained people through transitions, setbacks, and leaps wasn't talent alone, it was trust, belonging, and the safety of knowing you weren't running your race alone. That discovery became my book, Become Undeniable. And it's why this podcast exists, to help you build the kind of relationships that don't just support your career, but sustain your courage, your creativity, and your peace of mind. Because achievement without peace isn't progress, it's a compromise. So picture this. On paper, you look successful. Your profile shines. Your results impress. Yet, when the laptop shuts, the applause fades. And inside, it feels hollow. Why? Because the greatest transformation in work history is happening, and we're more connected, yet more isolated than ever. 76% of professionals say they feel lonely at work. Not alone, lonely, surrounded by people, but rarely seen. We've built networks, not communities. We've mastered networking, but forgotten neighboring. And here's the irony. Just when our human gifts are needed most, we've trained ourselves to push them aside. So here's the breakthrough. The people who thrive in this new era aren't the ones with the deepest technical skills. They're the ones who design belonging. They understand what Charles Vogel wrote: belonging isn't accidental, it's created. They don't wait for relationships to happen. They plant seeds, nurture them, and watch them compound like interest. And the irony? when you stop chasing what you can get from relationships and start focusing on what you can give, doors open that you never even expected. Undeniable people are magnetic, not because they demand attention, but because they create spaces where others feel valued and everyone is drawn to that. Here are some practices to become more undeniable. Strategy 1, the relationship audit. Take a blank page. Draw 3 circles: professional, personal, purpose. In each one, write the names of people who encourage you, challenge you, and celebrate your wins. If one circle is light, that's where you need to grow. Don't chase new contacts yet. First, deepen what you already have. Strategy 2, the investment mindset. Relationships aren't transactions, they are investments. A founder I know grew his business by simply connecting people every Monday morning. 15 minutes, no agenda, no ask. In 2 years, referrals fueled 300% growth. Why? Because he became a bridge. One way to put this into practice is to say, you mentioned struggling with onboarding. I know someone who solved that last year. Want me to introduce you? Strategy 3, the vulnerability ladder. Trust grows step by step. Start small. Share a challenge you're working through. Next time, admit when you don't know something. Later, ask for advice. Eventually, share a conviction or a personal story. Vulnerability isn't dumping, it's inviting. Strategy 4, the community creator. Undeniable people don't just join circles, they start them. That might mean a monthly coffee chat, a small Slack group, or a quarterly dinner. The goal isn't spotlight, it's connection. Strategy 5, the follow-through formula. Most great conversations die because no one follows up. Change that. Within 24 hours of meeting someone, send a message, add value, suggest something specific. Keep your word. Here's how that may sound. I loved our chat at the workshop. You mentioned building remote culture, and I found a great article on that. Want to grab coffee next Thursday morning? Simple, genuine, memorable. So here's a challenge for the next 48 hours. Do your relationship audit. 3 circles. See where you stand. Make one introduction between people who'd benefit from knowing each other. Try the first rung of the vulnerability ladder. Share one current challenge and invite perspective. Small steps compound. Every day you wait is a day of lost connection or interest. Here's what I know. You want more than transactions. You want transformation. The research is clear. Strong connections mean longer lives, higher earnings, and greater happiness. But beyond data, it's about those moments when someone believes in you before you believe in yourself. So don't just listen, live it. The world is waiting for the undeniable version of you. That's a wrap on today's episode of Live Undeniably. If this moved you, share it with someone you believe in. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you want to dive deeper, my book, Become Undeniable, is on Amazon. Your relationships are your greatest wealth. Invest with courage. Let's become undeniable together.